Hi, Tom from bkmnutrition.com, and in this video you're going to learn why the advice that you should eat less and move more is not the best advice if you want to successfully lose body fat and change your body shape. Now, the reason why I say eat less and move more isn't good advice, even though at the base level, that is really what you need to be doing. You need to eat less calories than you're eating currently, and you need to move a little bit more than you are currently, so you create a calorie deficit. So I do agree that eat less, move more at its base level is the right advice, but it's actually not the advice that people should be giving out. And it's normally advice that people who I suppose don't have a massive understanding of the intricacies of actually losing body fat and keeping it off for the long term. Now, what I mean by that is that often when I see people on Instagram and Facebook and everything else, and someone's saying, oh, I'm in a calorie deficit, but I'm not losing weight. And everyone chimes in with, oh, you're obviously not in a calorie deficit then. And then all the fit pros high-five each other because they've told this person who's crying out for help that they're not eating in a calorie deficit. And the thing is, they might think they are eating in a calorie deficit. They're following a diet plan. They're doing more exercise. But the problem is they're probably following this eat less, move more mentality, and they've probably restricted their calories too much, and they're probably overdoing it in the gym. And this is something I see really often with new clients coming to me. And I've actually done a video called Are you eating a calorie deficit but not losing weight? I'll link it at the end of this video where I go into that a little bit deeper. But the purpose of this video is to talk about the mistakes that you might make as a result of eating less and moving more, and what the actual things you should be doing in order to get the right results. So the thing about eat less and move more is that people generally have this idea that losing body fat is simple because of this eat less, move more philosophy. And they know they have to eat less food than what they're currently eating, because obviously the food they're eating is contributing to their calorie surplus. And they know they probably aren't doing enough exercise. But at an also very base level, they also believe that diets are hard, and they should be hard, and you should suffer when you're trying to lose body fat, because that's what everyone says. You know, they hate going on a diet. The diet starts tomorrow, so let's get all the food in that we can on the weekend. I see this all the time, and even clients I've spoke to, like prospective clients, and I've said to them, oh, when do you want to start this? And the answer they always give is, oh, I'm just going to go on holiday and then we'll come back and start, or I will start next week after I've got this week out of the way because I've got something on. And the truth of the matter is, those people don't start. They don't start the diet plan. They don't start any diet plan because they're always thinking it's going to be hard, and they always talk themselves out of it. And part of this thing is that they have this belief from previous diets that they've done which have been hard. So what I want to get over to you is, my philosophy is not eat less, move more. It's eat smarter and move with purpose. So what I mean by eat smarter and move with purpose is that, yes, you have to eat less calories than you're currently eating, or maybe not if you are really restricting your calories. So say, for example, if you're someone who's very active and your calories are below 1,000, then I would suggest that unless you're like a 3-foot high person, you actually need more calories than that. So eating less and moving more for you is not the right thing to be doing. And I see a lot of people who are eating 1,000 calories or sub 1,000 calories trying to lose weight, saying that they're not losing weight, and then someone saying, oh, you're not eating in a calorie deficit. They probably are, but what's happening is that their body, because they've created so much of a calorie deficit, their body has restricted their metabolic processes and slowed them down a little bit. So now that their deficit they created is no longer a deficit. So they're restricting food too much. They're trying to create too much of a calorie deficit from food. And then what I often see with these people is that they are very active as well. I generally don't see people restricting loads and loads of calories when they're not active. And people use the activity as a sort of a way of offsetting their hunger. But this then creates the problem is that they're doing too much. They're trying to do too much cardio or too much weights. And what this does, if you think about the calories you need for the day, if you're restricting the calories that's coming in, but you're also really expending the calories going out, you've created so much of a deficit that the body has no option but to try and fight back against that. Because if you think that through in the long term, you'd be dead at the end of it. If you were continued to allow that calorie deficit, you get into the process of where you're burning up muscle tissue, and the body's trying to defend that by restricting your calories, your metabolism, a little bit more. So what I want to get an idea over is that you need to eat smarter. So if your activity is very high, you need to fuel that activity, because if you are fueling your activity properly, the body will have no problem with allowing some fat to be burnt up, and it will actually spare muscle tissue. Because one of the issues you do find with extreme calorie deficits is the body starts to eat into muscle tissue for energy, because there's hardly any energy coming in from carbohydrates or fats for that matter. And things like carbohydrates can be protein sparing. They can help preserve muscle because the body can use it as an energy source. And if your protein is also low because you're restricting your calories, then there's no protein to turn into carbohydrate energy either. So the body has to go to, as well as its fat stores, has to go to its muscle stores. So I often find that people who are really restricting like this, they are overtraining and under eating, and the worst thing about it, they're also losing a bit of muscle tissue in the process. The other thing I see is that because they're in these extreme calorie deficits, every now and again there is a huge binge that goes on, and sometimes that goes on for a few days, where the body's the mind is saying to you, you have to eat more, and people are fighting this willpower urge for a long time, and then all of a sudden they have this crash. So at that point, then they do binge eat for a little while, and that then puts them into a calorie surplus for a little while. But so this is like a never-ending cycle of binging and restricting and overdoing the exercise, and eventually that can lead to illness. And obviously we don't want that. We don't want to be ill from training. We want to enjoy our training. We want to enjoy our foods. So when we talk about eating smarter, moving with purpose, think about how you're exercising. And many people, what I see doing is that they think they get this confusion that the calories burned in the workout is the only thing they should be looking at, especially if they're trying to lose some body fat and get into shape. Where actually what you should be thinking of is, how am I channeling those calories? So when I'm going into workout, say for my bodybuilding, I would not burn as many calories in a bodybuilding workout as say I would maybe doing a spin class or something like that. So say we had half an hour of weight training and half an hour of a spin class. If it's a very tough spin class like it is at my gym that I own, then it's quite likely that the amount of calories you're going to be burning is going to be mega, maybe 800, 900 for someone my size. Whereas if I went and did a weights workout for half an hour, I'd probably only hit about 500-600 calories, which is still a lot of calories, but it's not 900. But which of those exercises or workouts is going to be conducive to my goal of building more muscle? It's obviously going to be the bodybuilding workout. And the spin workout, will burn up a ton of calories, but it's not helping me towards my end goal of, I want to be a big muscly guy. I want to have big arms, big chest, big legs, big back, that sort of thing. I want to have a lean body, yes, of course, but I want to have good big muscles as well. And although a spin class will get my cardiovascular fitness up and it will burn a load of calories, and if I'm putting myself in a calorie deficit, I'll burn a load of fat, it's not going to help me to build muscle. And if I did those consistently over time, and didn't do my weight workouts, I would eventually start to lose my muscle tissue because I'm not stimulating the growth through the weights. And this is a crucial point that I think many people who are training do miss. They get on a fat loss drive and they go into the gym, they do a little bit of weights, or they neglect the weights and go straight for, say, cardio activities or spin classes, that sort of thing, in order to burn as many calories as possible. And what you actually want to be doing, if you want to be building a better body, I believe anyway, you absolutely must be training with weights to some degree. Now, if that's a bodybuilding workout or some sort of weights workout, then that's one thing. Or you could do, say, weighted circuits, which we do at my gym. And if there are a few options like CrossFit, those sorts of things, kettlebell classes, boulder carrying, bag workouts, those sorts of things. If you're lifting weights, you're going to be stimulating your muscles. And if you're lifting resistance to failure, you're going to be stimulating the muscles to grow. Now, a lot of women who are thinking about bodybuilding workouts, they think, oh, the bodybuilding workouts aren't for me because I don't want to get big and bulky. And I know probably not many women think that anymore, because there's been such a great drive on social media from really good fitness professionals saying, you know, don't have to do that. And now the message is getting across. But a lot of people, especially women, do neglect how much weights they're doing in favor of doing more cardio. Now, I would say really what you'd be thinking of, you need to burn a good amount of calories in your workouts to contribute to your calorie deficit. But absolutely, if you want to build a better body, you need to be taking your muscles to failure. And the only way you can really do that in terms of making them grow, in terms of a hypertrophic response, is to train with weights. You know, you'll fail from doing a spin class, of course. You know, eventually you won't be able to pedal anymore, but that's from lactic acid buildup. That's not from the muscle going to failure under resistance. That's what's going to grow the muscles. That's going to get the body more shapely. And you can probably, if you go to a gym, you probably know there's a couple of people in your gym who all they do is cardio, and yes, they're very lean, but they're very stringy at the same time. Now, if that's the sort of body you want to achieve, great. You know, it's what you want to achieve, not what I say is right and what other people say is right. But most people I work with, they do want to build more muscle. They want to have shapely glutes, shapely arms, shapely abs, good shoulders, hip ratio, those sorts of things which are important to females, especially when getting into dresses and stuff for going out. That's really important, and you won't build those shapes without resistance training to failure. So moving with purpose rather than move more, moving with purpose is, are you giving your bodies the right signals for what you want it to do? The body is a computer, essentially. You put into it the data and it spits out the programs. If you put into it that all you're doing is cardiovascular exercise, then all it will give you as a result is a lean body, if you're eating in a calorie deficit, of course. If you put into it that you're lifting with weights, it will grow your muscles. And if you're in a calorie deficit, you'll lose body fat as well. So moving with purpose is all about, what am I trying to achieve? And you've got to get that at a base level. What sort of body do I want? If you want more shapely glutes, legs, arms, shoulders, that sort of thing, then doing loads of spin classes is not going to get you that. Doing loads of like cardio on a treadmill, doing loads of like cross trainers, that sort of thing, it's not going to get you that sort of body. You must lift with weights. And if you're a guy, sometimes what I find is that guys will do only weights and not do any form of cardio and try to burn up a load of calories with weights. What I would suggest with that, although I have worked with clients who absolutely have built muscle and burnt body fat without doing cardio, what I would suggest is that if you're a guy, you need to find some sort of activity cardiovascular wise that you enjoy doing. Now, some guys at my gym enjoy doing spin classes, HIIT classes, all that sort of thing. Myself, I do my Get the Kettle On workouts, and there's some free videos, free classes I've taken in my coaching community. Those are in this channel, I believe, and they're on a playlist, and I'll link one of them at the end so you can have a look at that. But the idea is, I do a little bit of cardio because I do weights, yes, but I also want to keep my heart health. So I do my Get the Kettle On workouts twice a week for my community. That's my cardio. I burn about 300 calories per session, so that's 600 over the week. Plus the 500-600 calories I burn 4 times a week doing weights. That's a good amount of calories to be burned. And all of those are sending the right signals to my body. The cardiovascular workout, and it's done with weights, so it's sending another weight signal. Although I'm not training to failure, it's sending a weight training signal. But it's also burning through calories, and I'm giving my body the signal that I want my heart to be healthy, I want my fitness to be higher. Then I'm training with weights, and I'm training with weights more than I am doing cardio. So I'm telling my body I want to be more muscled, I want to be fit, yes, but my priority is to be muscled. So I'm moving with purpose all the time. I would never do a spin class. I can pretty much guarantee I'll never do that sort of thing. I do certain HIIT classes with my son Jacob, but only because he enjoys doing that. I don't really enjoy those classes. I do them with him, but I do them as a part of a father-son thing. I wouldn't go and do those classes by myself. But it's all helping me get fit and get the body I want. I wouldn't do marathon running. You know, if someone says to me, oh, do you want to run a marathon and challenge yourself? Do I? Hell, I do not want to do a marathon. Thank you very much. I will do a marathon on Nintendo or something like that. I don't want to run for 3 hours and then get to the end and my knees are, you know, shot up and my feet hurt. No, I would not want to do that. And I know some people do like Ironmans and stuff like that, running through mud, that sort of thing. That's not my idea of a good challenge. I don't want to do those sorts of things. One of my principles is exercise should always be fun. I do not do stuff I don't like. That's why I don't do burpees. If I'm doing the class with my son, I don't do burpees. If one of my instructors says, right, everyone's doing burpees, I'm going to do press-ups because I don't like doing burpees. I never do an exercise I don't like because I know that it's all about, yes, the calories out, but also the stimulation on the muscle. And if I associate my training with a negative thing that I don't like doing burpees, I'll start to hate that class and I won't want to go in case I have to do burpees. So I don't do burpees, I just do press-ups. So my first two principles are only eat food you like and exercise should be fun. And those are the two you want to think about when you're thinking about eating smarter and moving with purpose. Now, I've got a ton of videos on my YouTube site which will show you how to eat the foods that you like. There's even a 30-minute walkthrough to show you how to build your own diet. And I've done a ton of videos on decent exercise routines and setting up exercise routines and things like the 5 best exercises for glutes and stuff like that. So to round this video off, make sure you are not eating someone else's diet, something that people have told you need to eat, and you think, oh, I need to eat that to lose body fat. You absolutely don't. All you need to do is eat food you like within your calorie deficit and make sure you're eating enough protein. Something I see quite regularly is that people don't eat enough protein. Make sure you're at, I would say, a minimum 1.6 grams per kilo. So if you're a 100 kilo person, 160 grams of protein. You know, if you're quite overweight, you might want to adjust that a little bit, but 1.6 is a level that will suit most people. If you can eat that much protein a day, you'll be giving yourself enough protein to build muscle, and you'll also be giving yourself enough protein to help control your appetite, because protein does have a satisfying effect on your hunger. If you're trying to lose body fat, then try and keep your fat to about 0.5 to 0.6 grams per kilo. So if you're a 100 kilo person, that's 50 to 60 grams of fats a day. Try and get your fats from healthy sources, not crisps, stuff like that. Although that's fine to include in your diet, you know, try and think about like things like eggs, lean meats, plant oils, that sort of thing. And sometimes I give vegan and vegetarian diets a bit of a bashing. It's only a bit of a joke, really. I think we just should all eat more plants, and I do eat more plants. I eat fruit 3 or 4 times a day. I eat a couple of vegetables for my evening meals. We could all benefit from eating more plants. So even though I do give sort of vegans and vegetarians sometimes a bit of a bashing on my videos, it's only a bit of fun. Eating loads of plants is inherently good for you. And then moving with purpose, make sure you pick workouts that you like to do. You know, just because everyone's going to spin class and, oh yeah, I'm burning this many calories, and you think, oh, maybe I should do that. Don't. If you don't like doing a spin class, I'll never be in a spin class. I'll never do that sort of thing. I'll never run a marathon. I'll never do those sorts of things because I hate doing them. I'll get my calories from lifting weights and lifting weights faster in my kettlebell cardio. I've kept in great shape all year round from doing that, and I'm able to eat the foods that I like. I still eat ice cream, I still eat crisps, still have a little bit of a takeaway every now and again, because it's all done in moderation. It's all accounted for in my calories. So I hope that video was helpful for you. Hope it's given you a bit of idea, and hopefully if you hate burpees, it's given you some permission to not do burpees if you think you need to get in shape. Thanks for listening. I appreciate your time. If you want to give this video a like, please do so, and maybe subscribe if it's the first time you're watching me. There's loads and loads of videos on my website and on my YouTube channel. You can go and watch over 300, I think, now at the time of filming this video. And if you're listening to the podcast, why don't you check out the other episodes and maybe get some new ideas. As always, if you want to ask me a question, need a video doing on a topic that you are struggling with, yeah, shoot me an email and or get in touch on Instagram, @TomBlackman_nutrition, or just pop a link or pop a question in the comments here, and I'll absolutely do a video for you. Videos channels for you. It's free content to help you. So I want to help as many people as possible. And thanks for your time, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.